Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. What is this? This isn't Samuel L. Jackson. No, this is a movie from 1998. It lasts about an hour and a half and it stars David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. Right, why? Isn't Nick Fury African American? He is, but before the MCU, Nick Fury in the comics was Caucasian, and why did they change it? I don't, well, when you get an actor like Samuel L. Jackson, I guess you can change things. He is there. He is Samuel L. Jackson, you mean? No. Yeah, only kidding. Right, okay.
Oh,
right.
thank God!
So what's the tagline for Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? David Hasselhoff is the alternate Nick Fury. That's the tagline. Well, it's all I could find. Okay. I should say this was a made-for-TV movie, clearly. They were hoping it would be a pilot, just like Captain America in the 70s, just like Spider-Man in the 70s, just like Doctor Strange in the 70s, just like... Yeah, we get the idea. So is this a bad movie? Let's get into it. The movie opens with a S.H.I.E.L.D. base being infiltrated by the children of Baron von Strucker and the Hydra army. Yeah, Baron von Strucker, that guy, right? He's on ice, he's frozen, he's dead. Is he dead? Well, he seems to be, but like you said, he's on ice, so maybe he's not totally dead. His daughter, Andrea von Strucker, and his son, Werner von Strucker, they bring an army of Hydra agents to kill everyone in the base and steal their father's body. How nice. Yeah. After that scene, we cut to Nick Fury. Yeah, and he's like just chucking an axe against the wall for some reason. And he seems to live in a cave. What's going on? I don't know. But he hears some sounds outside, goes out. It's a S.H.I.E.L.D. helicopter. They want him back in action because apparently they fired him 5 years ago. None of this is shown to us, by the way. We don't even know who Darren von Strucker is. Yeah. It's dependent on, like, if you read every single comic together. Not quite, but yeah, you do have to have prior knowledge to know who everybody is and why things are happening. So we are off to a bad start. Okay. He doesn't want to go back, but then Contessa, his old partner and love interest, yeah, she convinces him, as does a young new recruit called Pierce, who plays very little part in this movie. So they take him to the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, and there he meets Kate, who's like this EST expert. She can read people's minds.
Now, I'm getting the word nonce.
They also meet like Q. Yeah, well, this gadgets expert, I don't know his name. But he gives Nick Fury a gun and he says if anyone else tries to shoot that gun except for you, it'll backfire on them. So I wonder where this is going. He also shows a life model decoy. LND. It's this like big hunky doddy with David Hasselhoff's rudder head on it.
What is that? That's our prototype LMD.
It's a double of him that looks and acts and sounds just like him, except it's in remarkable shape. Yeah. So they track the baddies to Berlin, and instantly Nick Fury is tricked and kissed by Andrea. Yeah, and she's like got poison in her lips. So she kisses him, leaves him to die. Well, not really. No, not really. Just passes out, and then he's told he'll probably die in 48 hours, unless he can get a sample of her blood, in which case they might be able to cure him, because her blood must contain the poison, so it must contain the antidote, because she's alive. Yeah, makes sense. In a roundabout way. Back in the helicarrier, S.H.I.E.L.D. get a message from Andrea saying that she's going to detonate some bombs in New York, Manhattan, and they'll be filled with chemical weapons which will poison everyone in the city.
How evil is that?
She wants $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Sure. Why not? She's just doing all this, I thought, to get her dad back. Oh yeah. Now she wants $1 billion? Who is... Oh. So Contessa takes a small group of soldiers and heads to Manhattan to try to find this chemical weapon. Meanwhile, Nick, Pierce and Kate head to the Hydra base. They gain access really easily.
Can we come in?
Yeah. There's a little bit of a battle, and then they come face to face with Andrea. Yeah, I don't know what she's wearing for war. Yeah, she's a bit fancy for any kind of battle. Meanwhile, Contessa and her men have found the weapon. It's in the back of a garbage truck being... what? A bin lorry. Being driven by Werner and his men. So, again, there's a bit of a fight, a bit of a battle, a bit of a shootout. Not natural, no. And Werner is just about to enter the keys to launch the rocket early. And then Contessa just shoots him dead. That'll teach you, Werner. And your dad acting. He's not great in this movie. Sorry. I'm not. Anyway, Nick and his team are overpowered and they're taken prisoner and put in a freezer. Why not just kill them? I don't know, but they're put inside this massive freezer. Luckily, Nick has... you know how he wears an eye patch? Nick's glass eye, which he wears under the eye patch for some reason. Why do you have a glass eye and an eye patch? I don't know. Anyway, it's a good job it's there because it's also an explosive.
With a little Cracker Jack surprise inside.
What exactly is it?
Cyclinite. Take cover.
So he blows a hole in the wall and they escape. Yeah, after almost freezing to death, not straight away. They wait until they're like, we're all going to die. And then they escape. Yeah. Nick ends up confronting Andrea again. Yeah, Dr. Zola is there as well. Dr. Zola is another person who worked for her father and now works for her. And he's this old man in a wheelchair with like funny coloured skin. Yeah. He manages to get Nick Fury's gun because it drops during a tussle with Andrea. He picks up the gun and guess what happens? Remember that guy said if anyone tries to use it, it'll backfire? Nick Fury says, hey, you better watch Dr. Zola. Those things have a nasty way of backfiring. Totally giving it away. And yet he still pulls the trigger. Yeah, Zola still tries to shoot him. He gets zapped and his wheelchair gets thrown back down the stairs. Best bit of the movie, right? Anyway, Nick is feeling the effects of the poison. By now, it's starting to catch up to him. And Andrea manages to shoot him dead. Yeah, the end. Yeah, no, it's not the end. It turns out that was the life model decoy, the LMD. Sure. So the real Nick Fury comes along, just grabs Andrea. Just holds her. Yeah. He gets Kate to read her mind to get the abort code for the missile launch. Yeah, a lot of faffing in this scene. Kate's rubbish. Yeah, well, they managed to get the code anyway, and it comes down to Nick guessing between 6 or 9, and whatever one he guesses is correct. Good job, because he gets to the last second. Why not just enter both codes? Oh yeah. Anyway, more S.H.I.E.L.D. agents arrive. Nick Fury gets some of Andrea's blood so that he can be healed. It works, he's fine, it's great. But then another countdown starts. Yeah, we don't know what it's for. I think it's another dawn. That it starts, and everyone runs over to the computer to try and stop it. And Andrea just escapes from her handcuffs. Gets into her dad's frozen coffin, which is standing up right now. Like one of those rides you see at Orlando. Like one of those rides you see at a water park. Yeah, I suppose it is. She gets into it with what we think is her dad's corpse. And the floor opens and it shoots away down a tube. Nick Fury runs over to it, looks down and says,
She's halfway to China by now.
she'll be halfway to China by now. Chase her! Lazy.
Damn, they're very slowly getting away.
So back in the helicarrier, looks like it's all good between Nick and Contessa. They have a little embrace and they watch the sun rise on a grateful world. But then we cut to a castle somewhere in Europe and Andrea von Strucker is speaking to Baron von Strucker, her father. He's not dead. He's creepy. He's way too close to his daughter. Yeah, it looks a bit romantical. Yeah. And then he says,
Our work has just begun.
they walk off laughing. Happy ending for them. End of the movie. That's the end of the movie. I recognise that song at the end. Well, the end credits. Yeah, it's Thunderstruck by no, don't say it. It's not by AC/DC. It's a bad cover. Anyway, that's Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is this a bad movie? It's not good. Right, but I'm going to give it some allowances because it is a TV movie. They did intend it as a pilot, and it is David Hasselhoff after all. Okay, I mean, it's not as good as the Fantastic Four made-for-TV movie, which is never shown on TV, that you can watch on YouTube, and I recommend watching it. Now that loathing Arn in it is... That loathing goodbye scene is the best thing I've ever seen. Right, well, let us know what you think of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think it might have made a decent TV series in the 90s. Like The Flash was a TV series in the 90s. I think this could have been alright if it was picked up, but I don't know how interesting a character Nick Fury is, in that iteration anyway. But we'll never know if it would have been a great series or a mediocre series. But let us know what you think of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. Exploding Idol.